Hi, welcome to the Christian Dream Interpretation. On today's video, we are going to be speaking about clothing in dreams. Clothing in dreams is a very common dream element, and it's not all the time where you can decide whether the clothing were an element or not. It has to be noticeable that you're wearing a pink shirt or a yellow dress or shoes that were a little bit too high or shoes that were a little bit too big. So you have to notice it in the dream to determine the meaning of the clothing. So if you didn't really notice what you were wearing or you can't remember, then it means that it's not an element that you need to focus on. So clothing in dreams will tend to describe many different things. So, for example, clothing can describe the state of your heart, the state of your mind, the state of your life. So, if maybe your clothing is a bit torn, it can have a meaning. Maybe you are getting a brand new dress, it can have a meaning. Clothing can also describe your calling or your purpose that God is actually calling you into. Clothing can also describe what God is actually trying to do in your life. So it's very important to note dreams that you have about clothing. Look out for the colors of the clothing. Look out for the type of clothing that it is. For example, are you getting high heels? Are you getting running shoes? Are you wearing a jacket? Are you being given a tight jeans when you don't usually wear tight jeans? So those kind of things will have meanings. Look out for the condition of the clothing, whether it's torn or new, or you found it out there dirty, or you found it very clean, or whether it was washed or not. The size of the clothing is also very important, whether the clothing is too small or maybe too big for you. That will have a meaning as well. And we are going to be covering some of those meanings in the next upcoming videos. The Bible has got so many examples of references to clothing and having a specific meaning. If you read throughout the book of Exodus, Leviticus, as well as Numbers, you will see some of the meanings of like what priestly clothing meant. So every single thing that God had commanded the skillful people to make the priestly clothing, everything that went on it had a meaning. Same as in the book of Revelation, when they speak about Jesus, when John speaks about Jesus and how he saw him with a white robe and a red sash, all those things had a meaning. And that's how we should also look at clothing in a dream. So it's good to pay attention to, again, what sort of clothing that you're wearing, because the same way in which in everyday life, if you're going into an office, you won't go there in a bikini. If you're going swimming, you won't go there with a trench coat to jump into a swimming pool. If you're a doctor, the specific uniform that you have to wear in order to do your job. So different things will also tell you what actually, or we know how to be appropriate in what clothing that we wear for specific jobs. So it's the same thing with like dreams as well. Whatever you're wearing in the dream will actually indicate to you what you're being called to, or what's supposed to happen, or whether you're walking into the things that God has called you in for. So that is clothing in the dream, very common. Look out for it, and when you do see it, make sure that you do note it down and actually try find the meaning by praying about it and asking Holy Spirit. Please like and subscribe to our page. Thank you so much.